In motorsports, Kenya's Baldev Chager and his co-driver Ravi Soni won their third career safari rally. The fourth leg of the Africa Rally Championship Series came to an end in Naivasha, Kenya on Sunday. Baldev managed to beat tough competition from fellow Kenyans Carl Tundo and current championship leader Manvir Baryan. CGTN's Mohamed Abubakar has more.
An eventful third and final day of the Safari Rally, so Baldev Chager climbed from third place overall at the start of the day to winning the 2019 Safari Rally in dramatic fashion. Defending champion Carl Tundo in his Mitsubishi Evo 10, who was chasing a record of 5 Safari Rally wins, had to settle for second place, 1 minute 37 seconds behind Chager. Chager, who was navigated by Ravi Soni, claimed victory in his Mitsubishi Evo 10 after African Rally champion Manvir Baryan, who had a healthy lead at the start of day 2, got his Skoda Fabia stuck in the final stage and eventually dropping to third place.
To be quite honest, I don't think I've ever done a rally that's been this competitive in my whole career. My old friend here, Carl, and I have been battling second for second, and we've been pushing our cars beyond the limits to keep up with the R5s of Manvir and our teammate Onkar. We've taken risks, we've driven as hard as we can, we've been through the roughest conditions, we've had good stages. I could possibly say, yeah, the most challenging event I've done in a very, very long time.
Baldy drove a fantastic rally. There was no way we were going to beat him. And hats off to him. He went through all 3 days cleaner than all the rest of us, and that's what the safari is about. If you can get through clean with no big problems, you'll win it.
This year's Safari Rally also pulled a huge crowd, since this year's rally doubled up as the candidate event for the World Rally Championship. This also meant heavy presence of officials from the World Motorsport Governing Body FIA, closely observing the safety standards taken by the organizers.
It's a good opportunity for Kenya to realize what the outside world has to offer. I mean, for us to hold the Safari Rally, we must compete in the same standards as other WRC countries. So having the extra security, the safety in place and this and that, I think it's a good show for Kenya and to show them that we are ready for the WRC.
As the 2019 Safari Rally comes to a wrap, the organizers, drivers and fans will be eagerly waiting for that evaluation report by the FIA.
Part of this process was that we, together with the FIA, and you know that the presidential thought is also strongly supporting this concept to come back, was that we are not in Africa with the championship at all, as we are not in other continents. So going a bit more outside of Europe into new areas is part of our philosophy. And then we identify these markets. Africa is one of those markets that is in any case attractive for us because we know there's a big passion of motorsports. And no doubt we have seen that also this weekend, that the passion for rally, and in particular in East Africa, is just a great place for us to be.
The next leg of the Africa Rally Series will be heading to Uganda between the 2nd and 4th of August. Mohamed Abubakar, CGTN.
Meanwhile, as Kenya awaits the FIA's decision regarding its potential inclusion in the World Rally Championship, the Safari Rally CEO, among other rally drivers across the continent, spoke on what it will mean for Africa should the WRC come back to Kenya.
This initiative is not just a Kenyan initiative, it's an African continent initiative, because for 18 years, Africa was not part of the World Rally Championship. And the proposition that we put out there is that Africa has come of age. It needs to be part of the World Rally Championship. And I think this message has gone out clear. But that does not mean we get the championship on a silver platter. We have to work for it, and I think that's exactly what we are doing at the moment.
Kenya has done a very good job at this point in time. I believe that they'll have ticked all the boxes. Those in charge of trying to see that it's back here will, try and put a few things correct here and there. And yeah, would be very happy to see the World Rally Championship back in Africa.
It's something that I think every Kenyan can be proud of, because you're going back to such a rich motorsports history. And you've got such great backing from the president and the government, which is amazing. And it's amazing to see it as a foreign competitor. And so, you know what, we're praying that it happens, and it must happen. And like I said, it's one for Africa, because Africa all wins. It's, you know, it is Kenya, but it's Africa, and we all win, you know, if it comes here.